from today taking away?
Well, first of all, it's a great opportunity to show off our facility.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is fantastic. It's one of the best in the league, and so word of mouth, it spreads. But more than it being an advertising tool, this is a small town, and I was just talking about that. You know, it's not so big. You're not going to see somebody at the grocery store that you know what, I got that connection. Hey, how's your team doing? Or how's your daughter doing? Or things like that. Whether it be fans or coaches, that's what's really cool about being in a market like Sacramento. Had the same thing in Memphis. It's not that big of a city where you don't have those bump into moments.
Is this something that you've done in your previous stops?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you do it? So you've done it every year?
Different. Yeah. So the foundation. In my first year as head coach in Memphis, you're just trying to hang on for dear life, get your feet on the ground, and it goes fast. My first year here, trying to get my feet on the ground, get your family established, and now with the organization, they partnered and it was a great opportunity, to put it here in the practice facility, and we're looking to do more with the foundation and be more involved in the community, and I think that's really positive.
That foundation, I mean, for underprivileged children, there's so many charities that are out there. Why is that one so near and dear to you?
Mine?
Yeah, for at least underprivileged children, like you've all
Yeah,
the benefits.
yeah, and something that we've done before, and now to get specific with it here in Sacramento, to give kids opportunities to experience things that they might not have the opportunity to do, and whether that's supplying tickets or going to a basketball camp or a tennis camp, but it's more than that. It's getting somebody out to see a farm that's never been out of the city, or providing supplies, instruments for band and choir, or those kinds of things where our schools are in a tough spot right now, and supplies are at a premium, and programs are being cut, and so any way that we can support that, that's what we're trying to do.
Was there anything that drew you to that over like other causes and stuff, that in particular from personal experiences or anything like that?
We did a lot of stuff with inner city tennis in Memphis, and so we're looking at doing some of those things here, and it's just anytime that, to me, it's about the kids, because kids that come from tough places and they see and hear positive things being said to them and about them, and I remember exactly where I was sitting when I was watching this tennis clinic that these kids were part of, and watching the kid that came back on the third day again, and now all of a sudden he walked a little bit different, his shoulders were back and his head was up, and he came in on Monday and shy, hearing positive things and being able to experience some things. So that's what's touching to my heart, and I think that we can make a difference there.
How's I've seen some of your current players in and out of practice.
Mm-hmm.
How's it been? It's been nice seeing like guys like Ben McLemore and Buddy come out here and.
Yeah, it's always good. I think people go where people are, and it's fun to go in a gym once in a while by yourself, and really feel good about yourself that you're doing something that maybe somebody else isn't doing. But there's also fun about doing it as a group, and we've got a young group of guys that if they can do it together, there's a synergy and a camaraderie that, hey, we're doing this thing together, and so getting groups guys together, and maybe it's not in Sacramento, maybe next week it's Malachi's working and wants to go to Vegas for 3-4, and it's fun to have the whole group go there, or Dallas where Buddy is, or wherever. I think that's positive to build what we're trying to build for 3 years from now.
What's it feel like to you brought the Kings a little bit of luck in the lottery, and they haven't moved up in such a long time, and you were kind of a lucky charm.
Yeah, no, that's why you walk away while you're there. Like I can't go back next year. I did and I'm gonna walk away leaving it there. But it's exciting. I think when you talk about what you're not supposed to about teams that didn't win as many games as we played really hard, right. And there was talk all around the NBA about, what, those Kings, they're not tanking, and they're playing hard, and that's the way it should be, and I love that maybe it's karma or not. I don't know how to say that it is, but I think it's pretty cool that we ended up with 3, swap it, and we end up with 5. Our guys deserve it. They played their tails off, and I just think that's how you build culture.
This team.
Boy, I should have just walked away on that one.
Boom, Mike.
Wrap that joker.
This team's obviously going to be tons different next season than
Yeah.
it was last season. How do you approach coaching a team like, you had a different roster last season, so how going into next season is going to be different for you coaching these guys?
So my approach is probably more so long-term, broader strokes at this point. And I think, when you have a younger team, I think my philosophy is fundamentals, 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 and they might think it's boring. I don't care. If it wasn't so, we would not be, we would be the 6th seed in the West, but we're not. And so let's build it, and let's build it right so that 2 and 3 and 4 years from now, they can be closer to their full potential as possible versus just go out there, run up and down, and hope the ball goes in.
When you see guys, a guy like Scal and Willie, Buddy, what do you want them to develop next season? What are you looking for them to do?
Well, I think first of all, their bodies get stronger every year. Secondly, their experience level goes up, and I think that's why going out and competing drives you as a competitor to raise your game. And so you see it, then you go back to the lab, and you've got to work on what you got to work on. So first of all, physical. Secondly, the experience, and then third, your skill level as you develop. It has to just keep getting better and better. And so each guy has their own specific skills that we want them to work on. And then I can't really tell you, well, we're going to play like this, because I don't know yet what it looks like, with 3 more draft picks potentially this year. So I haven't sat down and scripted out. And a lot of it depends on, especially your point guard position. What kind of point guard do you have? And so then I think you're going to see us lay down some foundation of, this is what we're going to be and stick with for 2-3 years.
Hi, I'm Leo Bias. Thanks for watching. It means a lot, guys. If you want the latest news in Sacramento, hit the subscribe button below. I'll be waiting.